So today is the 9th of February 2021. I'm here with Corinne, and last name?
Capiaux.
Capiaux. And she's a client of Lisa's. And basically, we're going to talk a little bit about just the first pass elevation for them, okay? So the first thing that I want you to notice is that her contractor is going to have to jog the wall out as I drew in here. So the 198 is really from the drywall now, but they're gonna jog it out 2.5 inches all the way to the ceiling so we can keep the reveal. She wants to keep the center of her range to be centered with this space, plus or minus, visible look. So that's what we're shooting for, and that's what my dimensions are here reflected. There's two kinds of legs that they're doing. One of the legs in the island are going to be like from 3 inches, it's gonna taper down, and she's gonna have some of this chem metal laminate around it. And then the other is going to be just a 2-inch leg that's not gonna taper down, and that's going to be on this run, which is considered wall B. As you can notice, there is a soffit height where the kitchen fridge is, and there's another soffit height that's higher here, and the cabinets are going to go above that. So the top of cabinets on wall B, top of crown molding, will be at 118 inches. Right now, what they've got in this detail is between 118.5 to 119 from cement. By the time we're doing the job, they're going to have a thick wood floors put in. They're thinking that it's going to be about 1 inch thick. So from finished floor to top of crown will be 117. And then the top of the cabinets on wall B is going to have to be finished because she can see it from the top. So the top has to be finished, and top of molding has to be just painted, but not this section because there's a soffit there. Okay. So right now, the way I have it set up, you could see the elevation that she drew kind of with the legs, but we decided to take the legs by the range out. She's doing some traditional. She's going to do one of our small Ryan molding on certain areas. She's going to do Alex Store on some certain areas, and she wants to do the 444 MUL Cove crown on top of that, and obviously we'd have to do a square crown here. They're reusing the refrigerator, so we're going to go ahead and put new panels on here. It is going to stick proud because you only have 26.25 from that wall to here. So it's going to be whatever, 24.5 or 25 deep, and then you got your square molding on top. And then this area is going to be just like a little counter bar with the sides coming down, in the side. Sitting on top of the countertop, okay? These sections that are in here, there's a 30-inch cabinet, roughly, that's gonna come all the way down to the counter on the right, 30-inch cabinet on the left. Those are gonna be traditional door. One on the right is gonna have a single drawer on it, and I wrote the depth in my February 9th plan. And the other one is gonna be a lift-up door on it. And these are glass. They're not going to match up in here, and she's okay with that. She's doing her own plaster hood, 60-inch overall. She's going to do a 54-inch liner, and they're going to build that in the center of space, and we'll have cabinets on each side, okay? And the stove is right here. And then in here, we did a BD2 with a rollout hidden in here, but no hidden rollout on the left side. And then these drawers, 2 of them should be the same as one of these drawers, so it kind of works. And again, we got the legs. And glass up here, glass up here. And these will probably have to be split up into doors. And where there's glass doors, those are the Ryan Jr. She wants to obviously access space in here. So this will have to be paneled. I thought maybe we go a little bit wider. I told them to build a 7-foot pony wall. Corinne, you're going to have to tell them not to make that wall as long as I said. Okay? And we're going to have to talk to them. So she's going to tell him not to make this wall as long as I said, so we can split these two as one, maybe like a wainscot with rollouts in here, and then maybe some kind of a panel in here, and then leg in here, and this is where about 14 inches of seating space. I pretty much scaled this in here, so about 6 foot from wall to the beginning of the cabinet, 6 feet from that back wall to the beginning of this cabinet. and I wrote down it's 105 inches overall with the wainscot. Obviously, the center of the sink and the center of the range is the most important things. A pull-out spice and a pull-out tray, not a spice, a pull-out cutting board and a pull-out tray divider in here. But what's happening in here, whatever gadget you can do that's going to fit in about on a 12-inch cabinet, so if it's 11 and a half or whatever it is, the leftover would be this drawer and this drawer. Okay? And the metal legs. And then she wants to have like a contemporary metal put on the edge of the plywood, and then 1.5 inch countertop on top. So it makes a total of 2 1/4, but basically it's going to be like this, and it's going to have like a 3/4 inch metal. So total is 2 1/4, 1.5 inches they're going to do on the counter, and 3/4 is in here with that same metal laminate. So we'll have to figure out how to laminate that. Okay, and then touch latches back here. She's doing a 30-inch undermount sink. These things I wrote down how deep right now, 18 and a half. This is 14, 18 and a half deep. You got to make sure the crown moldings all work. And then she has the plaster hood. So that's pretty much it. Now what I did is I went ahead and drew a area for her microwave speed oven that's going to go inside this pantry. We weren't supposed to touch inside this pantry, but I'll make her this cabinet for her. This may have to be a frame cabinet or something to look right, or even a frameless. They're gonna have to move this. They're gonna have to put an outlet in here. She wants drawers underneath a speed oven. So the top of the cabinet from finished floor will be 54 plus either 2 1/4 or 1.5 inch countertop that they do on top. The depth of it is going to be based on what the speed oven requires, and that's what's happening in here. They're gonna do their own shelves above that, and they're gonna leave all these shelves alone. Then, just again, remember, this soffit is different, that soffit is different height, and then the bar soffit is different, and then the ceiling in this room. So in this room, they have a Georgian crown. We'll have to measure it exactly. There's 2 cabinets that we have elevations of that are going to be finished on each side. One is a little bit smaller than the other. I told them they're going to have to do their neolith on the deck first. Then we're going to have to put these tall cabinets in. Then they can do any kind of a neolith on the face. So she knows that. So after they do the neolith, we'll have to double check the height, build those 2 cabinets, one on each side, and then they're going to put the face on of it afterwards, okay? And then they're leaving the other cabinets, and she's going to have to pick a paint that matches close because we're not painting the whole thing or anything. So whatever we have out of our menu, she'll pick. And then the last thing we have is the bar. So that's written in here. And the last thing we have is the bar, which is here. I did make the base 30 inches deep. She wants some kind of a metal interior on this cabinet that I did not include. 3 doors on the left, sinks. She's going to go with like a 14-inch sink. It's an 18-inch cabinet, 1.5 inches on each side. She does know that her wine chiller door may not totally open all the way because of the 1.5 inches, but we're doing that to put the drawers in. And then the uppers right now, I wrote it at 14 deep, and the special glass cabinet will be deeper. We'll have to ask Lisa on that. And I wrote down cement to soffit height in here, and then we're deducting 1 inch roughly for this extra thick wood floor that they have that they're putting on here, okay? And that's considered the bar. Again, the base depth on this is 30 inches, and the upper was 14, and then one section comes all the way down to the counter. It's going to be even deeper than the other cabinets, okay? So right now, this video is for whoever's doing the drawings. Let's make sure that you give them this February 9th, 2021, the 2 pages of plans, along with some of her old elevations, so we can put together some kind of a elevation for them, shop drawing, and then we're going to tweak it after they get to see it. And again, they're doing a combination of oak, white oak, Alex door, and some traditional painted, like probably, were you going with a 2.5 inch shaker or 3 inch shaker?
Everything's painted.
Everything is painted. Okay, so the Alex door is also painted, but wasn't the island oak?
No,
Okay,
it's maybe a blue paint.
Okay, so different colors, but the island's also paint. And then what size, do you remember the traditional door, if you went with a 2.5 inch shaker plus the molding or 3 inch plus the molding? I would do 2.5 right now because of plus the Ryan Jr. molding on it, wherever it says traditional on it, okay? So I hope this pretty much at least gets us to the first pass. I wrote down cement to top of counter. I deducted. I put down finished floor to top of counter as well. Finished floor to top of The crown on wall B would be 117, from cement would be about 118. That's not a crucial dimension. And I think that's pretty much it for now for Corinne. Thank you. Bye.